Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. Let's get into it. It was the first novel she ever finished, but one of the last ones to be published after her death. What I love about this book is that, yes, of course, it's a romance novel. It's a Jane Austen novel, so there's gonna be romance, but it definitely feels like a coming-of-age novel to me more than anything. I have many thoughts which I have written in my diary here, so let's read them. Another book finished, another journal entry to begin. How am I to know how it is I feel about a thing until I write about it? I suppose, most importantly, how am I to remember? The story must run through me like wine through water, and then I must translate it into ink on page. It's Good Friday, and I just spent the morning finishing Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. The first chapter solidified my infatuation with our heroine's journey. As was stated, if adventure will not befall a young lady in her own village, she must seek them abroad. Literally the story of my life. First half of our story takes place in Bath, one of the most delightful cities in the world, a city in which I have had adventures of my own. Constant theme in this novel seems to be our heroine discovering the true colors of the world and the people around her. She comes to know herself, and in that she's able to see others with clarity. The second half takes place in a gothic manner filled with beauty and terror that we find in pockets of mystery as the story unfolds. Northanger Abbey highlights the importance of reading. Our heroine escapes into the world of books to avoid her mundane life, also a story of my life, and soon her own story becomes a satire of a gothic romance novel. In this novel, Jane Austen reinforces the notion that to read a book is to read the world. Quote, "It is only a novel, or in short, only some work in which the greatest powers of the mind are displayed, in which the most thorough knowledge of human nature, the happiest delineation of varieties, the liveliest effusions of wit and humor are conveyed to the world." In this story, we see the dangers of mixing art and reality, but we also see the horrors of avoiding the fact that life itself is a work of art, and that stories not only embellish the world, but reflect it. I should like to have my own Jane Austen-esque romance someday on my travels abroad, and I will remember to avoid unchaperoned open carriage rides, overly eager and vanity-driven fathers, and of course, the John Thorpes of the world.